My, my, my. My. What is going on with the planet, with the country? Hmm. It's just ridiculous, my friends. It's ridiculous, my friends. 1911, what's up? How goes it? See if this, I'm guessing the alert went out since you're here. So, I was just perusing, that is a word. I was perusing through Facebook and where I saw a story where a police chief in Massachusetts, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but a police chief in Massachusetts uh, turned himself over to militants from Black Lives Matter and other groups as uh, because of his sin of being born white. He literally went out, laid on the ground. He literally went out, laid on the ground as if to arrest himself, right? There's pictures of him laying on the ground to arrest himself for being born white. What's up, Bandana? Now, I watched part of a video that Thor did talking about white privilege and all this kind of stuff. I suggest you guys check it out. I shared it earlier, so it should be on like my community page or it's on my Lil Dawg Facebook page as I shared it. It was pretty good. And but this craziness that is going on. Apparently, Chaz isn't Chaz anymore. It's something else. It's called Chiz or Jizz or Clit or some shit because they're not autonomous, right? Because they can't make everything that they need, so they're getting shipments in, so they can't be autonomous. So they got to change their name to the Capitol Hill Fucktard Group, whatever the hell they are now. Chop, Chap, Chip, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Coming to the stage. Exactly, Quick. My day's going good. My day's going good. So they're changing their name, and I saw the picture. I saw a picture of a member of their military or self-proclaimed military that is wearing a maroon beret and a T-shirt with a star on it. I think it had a star on it or something like that. All kinds of jangly bracelets and shit. And I don't know if the kid in the picture was like 20, 30 maybe, something. I don't know. But his receding hairline was way worse than mine. And he had like an 8 head, okay, or a 9 head, something like that. If they're, listen, here's the thing for me. I'm not going to go and beg someone who's black or Asian or Mexican or Hispanic, whatever. I I'm not going to go beg someone to forgive me for being born white. Sorry, that's just not in the cards. And I'm not going to ask them to forgive me for shit that my ancestors did or that my ancestors didn't do but are being lumped in with these other people's ancestors who did do some shit. I'm not going to fucking I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fucking beg for forgiveness for that shit. Will I stand up and say that there are injustices? Yes. Will I stand up and say that the police take it too far with, their authority, all that kind of stuff? Yes, I will, 100%. But I'm not going to apologize for shit that's not out of my control. And I'm not going to pay you any fucking reparations for shit I didn't do. Here's the deal. How about we call it even? And instead of, because I saw a sign, this black guy holding a sign up, and it said, a big old sign, it said, white people, we appreciate you for standing with us, blah, 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 but you still have to pay for the debts of your ancestors. I'm thinking to myself, what? You're fucking mind blown. Mind blown here, people. I mean, even if, let's say this, let's use a hypothetical here. Even if the government and the American people said, yes, we're going to give you folks some reparations, right? We're gonna pay you for, slavery or whatever. Do you imagine? Can you imagine what that would entail? Okay, if we had to pay reparations to everyone who's affected by slavery, because think about it, you'd have to you'd have to legitimately be able to trace the lineage of every single person in the country, because you've got some people who probably look like me and might be, a 16th black or something. I mean, Quick is half and half. Does that mean he gets full reparations or half reparations? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. How do you do that? How do you figure all that shit out? I mean, look at what we did to the Indians, the Native Americans of this country, who legitimately were basically euthanized by all of our forefathers and all this kind of shit. We get shittiest land ever, okay? We gave them like the shittiest land ever, and we give all of them like, I don't know, a big chunk of change when they turn 18. Okay? Look at where these reservations are. There's numerous reservations out here where I live. They're all shitty. It's not like they got some fucking prime piece of real estate from the government. The government fucked them. You think the government ain't gonna try and fuck the black people too? Come on now. Quick, I just paint myself. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like how hard that would be to even have a way to do it? It would be crazy. That shit would never. That would never. Shit would never be able to happen. That shit would never be able to happen. You couldn't do it. You couldn't fucking do it. I mean, the Irish were slaves at once. Do we owe them money too? Holy fuck. You know what I mean? Like, is everybody feeling that guilty? Like all these white people going and begging? No, stop, please stop apologizing for being white. Okay, stop fucking apologizing for being white, because no one's apologizing for being black. No one's apologizing for being Hispanic or Asian or whatever. I'm not going to apologize for being being of Italian descent, of being white, of being born in this country, of being born in the state of Pennsylvania or wherever the fuck. What the fuck? Yeah, see what I'm saying, Razor? I mean, it's like ridiculous. Oh my god. My wife's glasses. It's just something about all the years of me wearing the green Oakleys. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, nailed it. But I've got these. They're not. They're kind of like a camouflagey. I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know. These are like the cheapest ones that they had when I went and bought glasses. I wasn't gonna get anything super fancy. I gotta go get a pair of prescription Oakleys. Is what I need to do for the daytime. It's just I start wearing them in the morning because I come to work and it's dark, and it messes with me, and I don't all day. I really don't. But it just helps to wear them all day. Whatever. I agree, Randy. And like it's like this. It's like this. Why in the hell? Like if you're first of all, like that police chief that I mentioned earlier, that fucker should resign. You don't no. You don't deserve that fucking office. Here's the other thing. I saw that the Seattle City Council has unanimously voted to ban the use of tear gas and tasers and rubber bullets and all this kind of shit for all the non-lethals. Okay, council has decided they've banned all non-lethals uh, from the police force for crowd control. So these cops aren't allowed to use any of the non-lethal shit. The mace, the tasers, pepper spray, rubber bullets, tear gas, flashbangs. They're not allowed to use any kind of non-lethals for riot and crowd control. So what do you think is going to happen? Do you fucking idiots up there in Seattle, okay? You dumbass idiots up there. Do you think that those cops are going to just let themselves get their ass kicked? No, their fucking gun is what they're going to do, and they're just going to start shooting somebody. They're 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 just gonna start shooting somebody. And can you believe they burned down the fucking Wendy's? The fucking Wendy's. They burnt it down because of this Richard fella that got shot by a cop. Did we not watch the video? Did no one watch the fucking video of this guy being all polite, okay? Being all polite and everything to the cop. And then when the cop said that he was going to be arrested, the dude flipped a switch and started acting all crazy. Got himself fucking shot. I mean, let's hold on for a minute and just forget that the guy's black. Forget that the cop is white. Listen, I'm a Wendy's fan. Okay. I like Wendy's. All right. I just do. All right. I got to have my fucking my Frosty, the Frosty and the baked potato. Okay. Yes, he did, Justin. He fucking earned it. And for those of you who didn't see the video, this gentleman was in the Wendy's drive-through asleep. He was in the drive-through asleep because he was drunk. Now, what you guys might not know is that gentleman was out on parole due to the COVID-19 overpopulation of the jail or whatever, and he was on parole. He was serving a 7-year sentence for beating the shit out of his kids. Beating the shit out of his kids. They gave him parole. He goes out, gets drunk, falls asleep in his car in the Wendy's drive-through. They give him a breathalyzer, a DUI test, all that kind of shit, field sobriety. He fails it. They tell him they're going to arrest him. The guy struggles with the cops, okay? Ends up taking the one cop's taser, tries to tase the cop, blah, blah, blah. All this kind of shit goes down. The cops fucking shoot the guy. The dude pointed a taser at the cop. Now, imagine if you're the cop. I'm not a huge supporter of the police, okay? I'm really not, because I think cops take it too far. They get big-headed and all this kind of shit, and they're just looking for someone to fuck with. But there are good cops out there. But let's put ourselves in the cop's shoes for a second. That cop, okay, had he have been tased, could have been killed. Could have been killed because it incapacitates you. So theoretically, he could have shot him, and the guy fucking, you know, you got to think of the panic in the cop's head. You think of the panic in the cop's head. Just think of the panic in his head. That cop wasn't thinking that that was a black guy in that moment. He didn't think. He didn't think that or care or anything. That cop did not care that that was a black man. He just didn't. Yep. In the end, Wendy's had to pay. Fucking poor fucking Wendy's. I gotta go hook this up. Hold on. I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Share this video with a friend until I come back. guys playing nice while I was gone? I hope so. So, anyways, that guy shot, and then you got Nancy Pelosi. You got Nancy Pelosi giving George Floyd's family a folded flag. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that? Giving George Floyd's family a folded flag. Like as if he's some fucking hero. That shit, that shit is just ridiculous to me. Why? Oh, yeah, Tiny, I saw, did you see, did you guys see that? When they kneeled in the Capitol and everything, and they all had on those scarf dealies. Did you guys see that? They I don't know if they knew or not, but those were the same colors of, I believe, the Ashanti tribe, which was um, one of the main tribes that sold off their own people to the whites for it, or sold them off into slavery. That shit's crazy to me. This shit is nuts, people. This shit is fucking crazy, all the shit that's going on. Now, it's isolated to major cities and all that kind of shit for the most part. So it doesn't affect me on the daily. But I see this crap and I'm just like, what the fuck? It's just fucking crazy. People are fucking crazy. Vote these cocksuckers out. Slap on some term limits. Okay, can we do that? Can we start with that? Something easy. Holy hell. This shit's just getting ridiculous. This shit is getting ridiculous. And now you've got Trump versus Biden for the election. I had a conversation with James Best the other day on the phone. Can we say that that is going to be an entertaining presidential debate? Because you're going to have Trump debating Biden. That's like me debating Hensley. It's going to be filled with insults and all kinds of crazy shit. I mean, he's going to be calling him Sleepy Joe. Joe Biden's going to be calling Trump fucking names. They're going to be going back and forth. Joe Biden's going to fall asleep at the fucking podium. Going to forget where the fuck he's at. Oh. Oh yeah, listen, you guys got to watch Thor's video because he talks about he talks about a lot of shit. Mike Miller, how in the hell are you, man? I see your posts on Facebook and shit. I hope you're doing good, and I hope that you get to start rehab and all that kind of shit soon. For those of you that don't know, Mike Miller there almost fucking died, and he's been doing videos from the hospital. Drop a link to Thor's vid. Can somebody do that, please? I can't do that. I mean, I'm obviously I'm here. Can't go home till your right leg is strong enough. Yeah, dude. I don't really know exactly what all happened to you, but I know that you've had part of your leg amputated and all that kind of shit. I've seen the pictures and your posts and everything. I'm thinking about you, praying for you, and you seem to have good spirits and everything, dude. So just keep that going, for real. Keep that going. This shit is just ridiculous, though. This shit is ridiculous. All the shit that's going on, it's just crazy. It's just fucking crazy. And listen, here's the thing: most of the people who are doing this shit are doing it with good intentions. I mean, as far as the protests and stuff like that, they're doing it with good intentions. However, you have fucking 8 gajillion people. You have 8 gajillion people doing all this shit, doing good shit, right? Doing good shit. And you have, a couple thousand doing the bad shit, but the news only covers the bad shit. You see? So then it starts people that aren't informed, okay? People that aren't informed, they start thinking that everybody's doing the bad shit. And that's what people like the George Soroses of the world want to happen, because they want us to hate each other. They want blacks to hate whites and whites to hate blacks and everybody to hate the fucking cops. They want this turmoil to continue, right? They want this anarchist type mentality, to continue. That's why, like, you've got to be informed. And when you talk to somebody about it, explain the facts if you know the facts. If you don't know the facts, listen. It's not everybody who's pro Black Lives Matter that's burning shit to the ground or assaulting police officers or whatever. There was a Vegas cop during one of these protest riot things. This Vegas cop, who's a Greek, got shot in the back of the head. Thankfully, the man lived. However, he's now paralyzed from the fucking neck down because he got shot in the back of the head. Someone walked up, shot the guy. Fucking ridiculous. It's fucking, and you wonder why these cops now go out with this mentality of they gotta fuck some shit up. They're on the defensive. You know what I'm saying? They're not there to keep the peace. They're there to fuck some shit up because they're getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, they go out with the mindset of, like, I'm gonna kick some fucking people. Oh, Justin, you watch. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a shortage of cops around the country. Okay, there's gonna be a shortage of cops around the country. If not a complete lack of law enforcement, because these cops are gonna be fucking they're gonna be so not afraid to do their job, but they're just not gonna want to fucking do it. They're just not gonna want to do it. There's a link to Thor's video. Go check it out, share it. You'll like it. But they're basically all gonna go on strike, is what I think. That's what I think is gonna happen. They're gonna say, "Fuck you." You don't want us. You want to defund us. You don't need us. Okay, we'll go on strike. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Imagine how well that would play out. Then you're going to end up having tons of militias forming around the country and citizens taking the law and all this shit into their own hands. And for real, right? We need RoboCop already. But like that, I think that's what's going to happen. You're going to have all kinds of crazy shit. Oh, Tiny, could you imagine if that happened, man? Could you fucking imagine if that happened? The panic that would be around the country. You know what I'm saying? The panic that would be around the country. And here's my thing. If Black Lives Matter, how come it seems to only matter when it's a white cop that shoots a black dude? How come all black lives don't matter? Like, as in, the 600,000 abortions of African American children, or the black on black crime, or the Hispanic on black crime, or whatever, Asian on black crime. How come it's only the white on black cop killings that seem to make the front page? Can somebody please answer that fucking question for me? I'd love to know the answer to that fucking question. How come those are the only things you hear about? You don't even hear about the black guys that shoot the black cops, or the black cops that shoot the black guys. I saw a video today of yeah, see, that was sad as shit, Razor. That was the retired police captain who was shot doing security at a store or something like that, or trying to get people to stop from stealing from a store. If I remember the name. But there was another guy. Um, there was another video that I saw of a black cop choking both hands around the necks, or around the neck of a young black. He had to be late teens. He had to be late teens or something like that. The dude was choking him up against a car. There's fucking video of it. But that's not making the fucking news. You see what I'm saying? Defund the media. I posted that. Somebody posted that shit on Facebook today, and I screenshot it, and I was like, yes, yes, please, defund the media. Do I believe that policing is overfunded? Yes, 100%. If you go back and you do your research, fucking every president since, was it Nixon? Since Nixon has fucked shit up. Every one of them. Nixon, Bush, Reagan, Carter, the other Bush, fucking Clinton, all of them have fucked up law enforcement in the country, and they've all put so much money into it and all this kind of shit. And here's the thing: what you guys don't think about is when they say, that we need to put another 100,000 cops on the street or whatever, like Clinton did numerous times. When they do that, what they have to do is put money into those police forces, right? So they can pay those cops and buy equipment and cop cars and all this kind of shit. Well, we'll use easy numbers here. Say their budget is $1 million, okay? And if they don't use all of that $1 million for that budget cycle, and they only use $800,000, then the next time their budget comes up for review by their city or county comptroller, they're only going to receive that $800,000 because that city comptroller or budget or county comptroller, they see that there's money that they save for their city, for their town, for their community by not giving the cops that full budget again because they didn't need it. Okay, it'd be wasteful. So what do cops have to do? They've got to buy shit. They've got to make arrests. They've got to prove that they deserve that money as a force, right? Because they want to keep their manpower up. They want to keep the newest cars. They want the newest kind of, surveillance equipment, whatever it is. So they got to use all that fucking money. They got to keep that shit going. So these cops, I think, head out with the intent of fucking with people just to keep that money. You know what I mean? It's all about the dollars. It all comes down to the dollars. I think that the policing in the United States is way overfunded. They have way too much power. Way too much power. Okay, this isn't a Judge Dredd society that we live in, where you get to fucking arrest somebody, convict them, and sentence them. That's not what this is, and it's starting to be like that. I believe what they need to do is rethink the system, refund the system in the appropriate manner, and give that extra money to the fucking schools. That's what they need to do. That's what we need to do. And you guys are 100% right. You don't know your neighbor anymore. You really don't. There's people that live by me that have lived by me for fucking 2 months now. They got Florida license plates. I don't know who the fuck they are. I am the law. But do you see what I'm saying? Does any of this shit make sense to you people? Hopefully you're having conversations like this with your friends and you're talking back and forth. I don't think that every cop is bad. I don't think that every cop is bad. I don't think that every black person is bad. I don't think every white person's a fucking pedophile. Even though we've seen a few of them lately here on the YouTube. Yes, the system is bad. The system is fucked up. That's the fucking problem. You've got, like I said it in the last video that I did, and I've said it on the phone to people, but you have people who are in office, whether it be in Congress, the Senate, whatever, that have been in office for 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking years. These people are in their 60s and 70s. They have been around, since segregation was legal. They have been around since before interracial marriage was legal. They have been around, through all this. You think that shit's not still in their fucking head? Okay? I'm sorry. It's just it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't fucking work that way. Have we forgotten? Like, I'm not pro one party or another, but have we forgotten that that those people that were around during that time were the ones that were fucking rah rah cheering for that shit back then? Apparently we have. Apparently we've forgotten that. You have judges who are sentencing people that have been, judges since that shit was around. For crying out loud, the Supreme Court, for those of you who don't know, the Supreme Court of the United States just changed the meaning of sex. Like, religion's under attack, masculinity's under attack, your rights are under attack, and everybody's willing to just fucking sell them off for a couple bucks. It is just fucking insane what is happening, and it's going to continue to happen until we have people, you know, run for office or get forced to resign, or they're recalled or whatever, and you start telling these motherfuckers that we don't want that shit no more. We ain't down with that shit no more. But people would rather, get on YouTube and bitch, or get on Facebook and bitch, or whatever, than be active in their community, than talk to their friends, to have these conversations, and all that. I agree, James Best. It's all government overreach. The government has been overstepping its bounds for years and years and years, and people older than me, people older than all of us, are responsible for allowing that to happen because they sold off their rights. Uh, They sold off their rights in exchange for protection and security, or what they thought was protection and security. That's legitimately what has happened. Yeah, I know. Elmer Fudd's been disarmed. The Paw Patrol lost a character. Disney's changing the names of shit. It's just ridiculous. This shit is fucking insane. They're probably gonna have Aquaman carrying around a big fucking dildo instead of a pitchfork because it's got 3 prongs, and 3 means something fucking racist. Who knows? So he's gonna be carrying a big fucking rainbow colored dildo that squeaks when he squeezes it. I'm with the Yukon. James Best and I had that conversation the other day. I chatted with him for a little bit. I'm in the process of using my VA loan to buy some property out here in the sticks, and I can guarantee you that I will be prepared. Guarantee fucking it. It is just fucking ridiculous. All of this shit that is going on. It is a crazy, crazy fucking world. Crazy world that we are living in. We have the Ten Commandments, Bill of Rights, and the fucking Constitution. That's all we need. Well, I can agree with the Ten Commandments, and I can agree with the Bill of Rights, even though the Bill of Rights is fucking bended and flexed and everything for people to use whatever the fuck they want. Andrew Cuomo, or not Andrew, or Chris Cuomo, the TV anchor, made a fucking comment on whatever station he's on, and he said, "Show me where it has to be peaceful protests." Can someone go read the fucking the Bill of Rights? Read the First Amendment. I believe it's the First Amendment where it says that peaceful protests. It actually says the fucking word in there. Just putting that out there for you. I saw a video of a dumb fucking kid explaining it to him while the kid was eating top ramen straight out the bag. Okay? If this dumbass teenager who's eating the top ramen, he's eating it like it was a fucking sandwich, putting the seasoning on it. If he can figure it out, I'm sure other people can. That's what I'm saying, nailed it. And here's the thing too. For all of the uh you know, for all of the fucking closures and everything that happened during that whole COVID-19 thing, and for them to they actually put people in jail over that shit. Okay, they actually put people in jail over getting together, opening their business, providing for their families, playing kickball with their kids, being at the park, going for a fucking walk. They arrested people for that shit, but yet all of a sudden, all of that disappeared. The whole coronavirus thing gone, washed away, and we have thousands of people in the streets holding hands, breathing on each other, probably fucking in the alley, everything. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, and it's all so wrong. And listen, people like me and probably people like you that watch this shit, we're just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Because we'll protect ours. You know, I'll protect me and mine, and you'll protect you and yours, and we'll see it through. But the majority of America that is getting their information from the internet and the fucking news media, and that's strictly all they have, is so confused, probably panic stricken. They just it's just gonna continue. It's just gonna fucking continue. It's just gonna continue. I'm gonna end up getting with my friends and my close family and saying, how many guns you got? How much food supply you got? Do we got this? Do we got that? If not, we're gonna get it. We're gonna build it. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna save it, etc., 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 and just be fucking prepared. Because what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen, people? It starts in the city, and it'll eventually spread to the rural areas. Okay, starts in the city. It'll be in the suburbs, rural areas, all that kind of shit. I'm here to tell you, if people try to take over some of these small cow towns and shit, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. There's probably more bullets and guns in my town than there is cows, and there's a fuckload of cows out here. And I can guarantee you, probably, probably, there's probably an ammo shortage, more gun sales than you've ever seen in your fucking life. All this kind of shit. Dude, there was like, what, I don't know, how many million gun sales during the fucking month of March when all this COVID shit was going on. Funny, not a single mass shooting. But here's the thing: did you know that Hillary Clinton was in court when this George Floyd thing went down? Doesn't that look like a big hey, watch the quarter disappear? Whoop, it's over here. Doesn't it sound like a big fucking misdirection of what the fuck's going on? Doesn't that sound? Isn't that just so super convenient that none of her shit's in the news, all this other shit's in the news? Isn't that a little convenient? A little convenient, if you ask me. It's like, oh, we're not going to talk about Hillary going to jail potentially, or Obamagate, or whatever the fuck is going on over here. We're going to talk about this. We're going to make it. I think the dude was maybe he was paid. I don't know, but I don't know what happened. Yep, nailed it. You nailed it right there. Civil unrest. Keep the people fighting and distracted, while our attention is not focused on the government and what our government should be doing. Okay, we the people, by the people, for the people. It ain't like that anymore. It's we the people, by the government, for the government. It's like we just fucking do whatever the hell they want us to do. Fuck that shit. I'm over it. I'm over it. When I go. Let me tell you this. When I go to vote this November, okay, when I go to vote this November, and any election I vote on from here on out, I'm voting for fucking people who have never held office ever. I'm voting for people who have never held office ever. That's who I'm voting for. Because anyone who's been in office needs to be taken the fuck out of office at the local, state, and federal levels, all levels. If you've been in office for more than fucking 8 years, you're out of here. The fuck out of here. If the president can't serve for more than 8, neither should anyone else. I think it should all be fair. Yeah, Larry, but you can't. See, that's the problem. You can't have the military enforcing the nation's laws on its own people because that's fucking tyranny, basically. When you try to do that kind of shit, and you'll have martial law, and it'll get even worse. That's why Trump hasn't done it yet, but he will. I guarantee you, if they don't get that shit under control in Seattle, Trump will send the fucking federal military in there because the governor and the city over there already all told them. They already told him to kiss their asses. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is, nailed it. It's a fucking shell game. You're 100% right. That's the best way to put it. It is a damn shell game. They move pieces around so you can't see what the fuck's happening. You know? That's what it is. It's the ball and cup. You know, oh, look over here. Well, I put this over here. You know? Milk's still pumping. We don't have to watch this one fill up because there's not enough milk in that silo to fill my tank. Got like maybe 3 more minutes till it's done. But I'm telling you, this shit's gonna get crazy. All right, pretty soon, the Death Star is gonna be over one of the cities in America. Okay, it's gonna be we're gonna have Independence Day type shit going on. You know, we'll find out aliens are real, and they've been here all along. Men in Black, they're just living in disguise. They own jewelry stores and pizza parlors and all this kind of shit. It'll happen. It'll fucking happen. It'll fucking happen. This shit is getting crazy. They're saying kids might not even be able to return to schools. That you're not gonna still ain't gonna be able to have public events, all this kind of stuff. Fuck that. If you're freaked out by all this shit, stay the fuck home. Just stay home. Don't go nowhere. Okay? If you're not freaked out, go out and continue your daily life. It's a free society last time I checked. Well, at least that's the way it's supposed to be. And you know, whatever. And let me just say this. Let me just say this. And I will end with this and then maybe take some questions if you have questions or you want me to talk about something particular. But let me say this. If your state is one of the 45 or 46 states that allows open carry, I suggest you open carry. More states allow open carry than concealed carry. So I will tell you to open carry. And you know why? Because criminals don't show you their guns. So open carry if you can. And I agree. If that fucking Chaz isn't part of the United States anymore, if they're super independent, fuck them. Level it. Yeah, they're chopped now, Randy. They were Chaz until they started getting until they needed shit and they had to get shipments of supplies in from outside. And once they did that, they had to change their name, Randy, because they're not autonomous anymore. They used up all the shit in that 6 blocks there. You know what I'm saying? But if you can open carry in your state, I suggest you do it. Nevada is one of those states where you can open carry, and I can tell you that I have seen more people starting to open carry lately than months prior. Because why the fuck not? Maybe aliens are real, Randy. I don't know. I haven't met one. At least not one from outer space. Chaz build a wall. I know UConn. I saw that they used like concrete dividers and shit, right? Then they use like concrete dividers and those the K rails that you fill with water and shit. Oh my gosh. Do these people not realize, like, when they're destroying cop cars and all that kind of shit, don't they realize that they paid for those cop cars? You know, if they pay taxes, obviously, that they paid for those fucking cop cars? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, people. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope that you guys get informed. Pay attention to what's going on. Go watch Thor's video. Someone wants to post that link a couple more times. Go watch Thor's video and see if that changes your perspective. See if you agree or disagree. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear in the comments whether you do or not. But I'll talk to everybody later. Enjoy your what the fuck is today? Tuesday? Enjoy your Tuesday. Peace.